Welcome. So we have some guests with us today. You probably noticed. We have John. He's a friend of the show. He's been on before. And then we also have Tommy and Emily. And they just went back to Pennsylvania, from which they hail. And they brought back one of their favorite beers, which is Mad Elf from Troegs, right?
Troegs.
So tell us about the beer and why you brought it and what's so special.
So in Pennsylvania, this is a Christmas delicacy. This is a holiday brew that Troegs does, and they're out in Hershey. It's an 11% Belgian strong ale brewed with honeys and cherries. And they use a couple different honey varieties from Pennsylvania, as well as the cherries that are also grown in central Pennsylvania. And then they put it all together, and we love it. It was a big factor in our wedding. So we had a special 6-pack or 12-pack for the party, all the bridal party and all the groomsmen, and we were the only ones that were allowed to have them. And there's lots of pictures of me walking around with 3 or 4 at a time of these 11% beers.
Yeah, that's...
So we have a few that we brought from Pennsylvania. We moved to Colorado. One of these is about 3 years old. One of them is not, and everyone that's not named Mike knows which is which. So Mike's going to test them and see if he can figure out which one is older.
So I'm going to drink both of these on my own. I'll be back.
I got it over.
Okay, we'll pour them and come right back. We're back. So we got our 2 samples here.
I already know.
Yeah. My guess is the bottle's the newest. I haven't tried it yet. That won't be my final decision, but just the cherries pops and the aroma so much better.
It really does.
This beer's definitely popping. Old, new,
Canned one, I'm getting just more of like a traditional Belgian sort of flavor. The other one's just like full of cherries. Like really pops.
I think the alcohol is smoother in the can too.
I'm going to release my Interax. The bottle's a little oxidized as well, I think. I think it's got a lot to do with it, don't you think?
Maybe. I'm not real good with oxidation.
Neither am I, but I don't know if it's the cherries that I'm picking up, but it's got that sherry-like kind of quality to it. But it might just be
You mean like a sherry? Like a sherry quality?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it might be the cherries providing the sherry. It's just the way they age.
Like Berry.
Like Chuck Berry.
Yeah. Him and his buddy Larry. So I don't know that I get sherry from it. But yeah, to me it seems like the cherries are just really popping in it. And the fruit flavor is much better.
In the bottle.
In the bottle, correct, yeah. But like I said, I think the alcohol in the can's a lot smoother.
Yeah. I get the honey really pops in the can one.
Yeah.
Right?
With the alcohol in the bottle, still tastes a little hot. Not overly so at all, but. That's a very tasty beer, though.
It is, yeah. I can see why this is so popular with you guys.
See why this is dangerous.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's a very dangerous beer.
Now, I know you said that you'd gotten it. Well, first off, I guess, am I right? Is the bottle the new one?
No.
Oh, really? The can's
bottle's
the new one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
The bottle's been through a lot.
Yeah.
Traveled
For the most part,
across the country. It's been in storage.
Yeah.
So
For the most part,
it
it
might
was
be
kept
oxidized.
in the boxes, in 12-pack boxes.
Yeah.
So they weren't like in 6-pack carriers. So I'd be a little surprised if it was oxidized, and most of the time it was kept in dark in a basement, something like that. It's totally possible that maybe could have been some sunlight in there too, if it wasn't, kind of in transport because it moved a lot. But yeah, no, I definitely noticed the alcohol is much smoother in the new one in the can.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was one of the biggest things that stuck out to me is like you can kind of taste the harsh alcohol. Even for an 11%, the can isn't too bad.
No, it's smooth.
And then I felt like the cherry and honey flavors versus your traditional Belgian. I was spot on with John how I felt about that too.
Yeah, you can definitely pick up Belgian. Although Okay, all that
in the
said,
bottle. Oh, sorry, more
In the
Belgian
can.
in the
I think
can,
the can is
more
more-
fruit in the
yeah.
bottle.
Right.
Yeah.
So with all that said, if you handed me that bottle and say, "Hey, here you go, you can have this," I'd have drank it and I'd been happy as a pig in slop.
Yeah.
I mean that's even that was
Well, if
really
you,
good.
If you handed either of them
Yeah.
to me,
Well, that's what I mean.
or
Yeah.
even a 6-pack of them,
Or,
you know, I'm like, hey, this is good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's
We've been drinking them every year at Christmas, and it changes every time we drink them.
Yeah.
It's different, and we've been trying to, without having a ton of knowledge at the class that we just did everything, like learning about it was really helpful, and we've been trying to figure out like it's different.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we couldn't quite figure out what was different, and then we tasted a new one, and we're like, oh, okay, it is just very intensely cherry and honey.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
man. So my niece Emily, guess where she's going this Christmas? She's
California.
No, she's going back to Delaware to visit her mom. So, hey, guess what? And they're driving, so I might bug her for some of this.
I don't know if you
If
remember.
they
Yeah,
can find
Gonna
it.
we,
trail it. Yeah, if they
we
can
might
find
bug you for it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, yeah. No, I should do that. No, I'll have to talk to her. I'm going to see her next weekend.
It could be interesting too because this is so popular that they have all the different variations. So you
Yeah.
could get the Wild Elf, you could get the Grand Cru, which are they're also very intense. And the Grand Cru
The Grand
comes in
Cru's
like wine bottles, and
incredibly
it's like
intense.
Yeah.
13%.
It comes
I
in
know.
that bomber bottle.
I
Yeah.
don't know
Okay.
if I've ever had a Grand Cru. So you guys have a quantity of it that's getting pretty old, and are you still enjoying that though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing what
Okay.
Jesse just
Yeah.
said. Yeah, I mean we don't drink it like we used to because
Yeah.
It's our holiday beer.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we keep it around and drink it around Christmas time.
Yeah. Or anytime we're celebrating something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Should have some on your anniversary, too, right?
Yeah, we usually
yeah, we know.
do.
Yeah, usually on our anniversary, we take it with us wherever we go.
Yeah.
For our anniversary trip. But yeah, we also worked at a bar that had the same thing, so they would keep it in a keg, and they would unhook it about halfway through, and then they had 4 years back to back.
Nice.
That would
That's
last,
cool.
and they'd put them on, and then kick the oldest one. They'd let it go, and they'd list it on the sheet
Yeah.
as 14, 15, 16, 17.
Nice.
Which is-
Oh, cool.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It did cut a lot of people off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because they want to try 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is a pizza joint. I mean, it's not like
Yeah.
people, like there's not like serious drinkers coming in. It's people coming in drinking Miller Lite and
Yeah.
they want to drink 3 of these, and you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
do they have taster glasses? They really should rent
we
some.
did a flight at one point.
Okay.
Okay.
That was actually one of my suggestions.
That'd
was
be
to just
fun.
do a flight of
Yeah.
of each
Yeah.
of the 4, and we didn't sell too many because they were very expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think that's a management problem.
Yeah.
Making it so pricey. And then Troegs the brewery, they make food with it. So they do a Mad Elf cheese, like
It's a-
kind of like a fondue
Oh,
with
It's
it.
a
That's
Gouda.
really,
I think
really,
it's a
really
Gouda.
good.
well, they also in Philly sell, I believe it's a
Oh, yeah.
Mad Elf Gouda cheese, like in some of like the stores and stuff.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
I wish we had cool breweries like that out here. I'm just kidding. We have great breweries.
Christmas delicacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta say,
That's really cool.
being from Ohio, the one thing the East Coast does better than out here is Christmas beers, holiday beers in general.
Yeah.
Huh.
We don't,
That sounds like a challenge, John.
it does.
As I'm repping my Great Lakes Christmas ale from Cleveland, so kind of same region. Yeah.
Ohio.
I'm sure they have nice water.
It's not on fire.
Once you strain all the soot out of it.
It's got a nice smoky taste.
In Philly, they call the tap water Schuylkill Punch. Which is
Schuylkill.
the river nearby.
river,
It's-
yeah.
Yeah. It's truly foul.
Well, thank you very much
Yeah.
for bringing this.
That was
Sure, great.
That was awesome. So
We're gonna have to read
Glad
a
everybody
with
liked
a
it.
bunch of beer, with a bunch of old beer.
yeah.
I mean, like really old, like that barley wine.
I don't know. Anything else?
No.
Anybody? All right. Well, cool. Well, yeah. Thanks
for
very much
sharing.
for bringing it. Thanks for being on.
Yeah.
Everybody out there, if you're on the East Coast, pick some
beer
up.
to us.
Yeah, ship beer to us, obviously. But yeah, no, pick some up. I mean, obviously, you probably already know about it, but yeah, like, subscribe, buy us a beer with coffee, buy a shirt. I think that's it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Until next time.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching our video. Check out our website at coloradobrewtalk.com for more great content.
While you're there, be sure to leave us a comment or drop us a line with your thoughts.
You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter at CO Brew Talk, or follow the links below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future content.
Or episodes, as the case may be.